it's Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today I'm going to talk to you about hair health. When I was born with a ton of very yellow, fine hair that stood straight up. And as I grew into a toddler and then into high school, I continued to have the very blonde hair. It was thick and it was very, very straight, which was great for the 60s and 70s. But once the 1980s and the big hair came in, I was not in style by all means. My hair was definitely not big. So I started to get perms, which was okay for a little while. But soon my hair became very unhealthy and it started to fall out. So I quit doing the perms and got my hair back in health again. And then I started having children toward the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s. Our fourth child, last of four children, was born in 1994. And during this time, my hair started to get darker and darker. And I think it was just hormonal issues that caused that. And by the time, after a couple of years, after our fourth child, my hair started to blonde up again. So then in the early 2000s, we were living in Indiana, and my hair kept getting blonder and blonder. So I know it had nothing to do with the Florida sun lightening my hair. It was just, that was the color of my hair. Well, menopause started to enter into my horizons there. And again, my hair started to fall out. And each time I went to the doctor, I inquired about that. And they didn't seem, too worried about it. Oh, that's normal. The answers I got, basically, I did not like. So I started to do a little bit more research. And by the time I was 53, I was finished going through menopause, and I had receding hairlines. It was very thin back here, and I was very worried. So I had actually started getting into essential oils by this time, and I thought, you know what? I bet there's an oil for that. So I did a little bit of research and found that rosemary is in a lot of hair care products. So I did a little bit more research on rosemary oil and ordered some and started using it along with jojoba oil, which looks like jojoba oil, but it's jojoba oil. And what I would do is I take the jojoba oil and I'd put about a nickel's worth, about nickel-sized dollop into my hand and 2 drops of the rosemary, and I'd rub my hands together, and then I would put it back here. Okay. Now, hair grows pretty slow, and so you're not going to see immediate results. And it was probably 3 or 4 months, I started to see a little bit of hair growth back there. And I thought, I bet this is the rosemary that is helping to support the health of my hair here. But I really didn't need it back here. I needed it more here on the sides and in the back. So I started putting it on the sides and in the back, and another 3 or 4 months went, and I could see some results with new hair growth. Even my hairdresser could tell a difference, and she asked me, what are you using? And I told her about the rosemary and the jojoba oil, and she too was into essential oils at the time, and she's like, oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Well, as time went on, I noticed that not only was I beginning to see new growth in my hair, but I was also beginning to see that my hair was getting a lot darker. And I am very fair complected, and there's a reason I have blonde hair, is because I'm so white. And dark does not look good against my very pale skin. And it was very much washing me out, and I just didn't really like the look I was having. So that kind of concerned me, and I did some research on the rosemary oil and found that many people who are going gray use a rosemary tea or rinse to darken their gray, which would also darken blonde hair. And I thought, oh, So I quit using the oils, but then I got to thinking, well, would I rather be bald? So I was kind of in a situation that I had to make a choice. So I started to do a little bit more research, and actually the company that I do order my oils from, they have a hair care product line that I had not used yet. And I kind of have to be careful with some of the things that I use because I have some allergies, and I am allergic to the flowers, the plant itself of lavender and melaleuca, which are in a lot of cosmetics and hair care products. And when I researched the hair care products that the company that I use has, it has lavender and melaleuca in it. I thought, but it's a very little amount. So I thought maybe if I only use it like once a week, maybe I'll be okay. If not, I can always give it to my daughter. So I went ahead and I ordered it, and it comes with a root serum, which is kind of like an oil. And I actually use that once a week before I wash my hair with the shampoo and the conditioner that it comes with. And then after I wash my hair, before I blow it dry, or sometimes I just let it dry on its own, I will use what they have called I forgot what it's called, a glaze. It's a glaze that you put on your hair. And I have noticed that my hair has become much, much more healthier. On top of it, I also use the vitamins that our company has, which I think has a lot to do with my hair becoming more healthier. And I have noticed it's still really, really dark, but it is starting to lighten back up again. And maybe within the year, I'll be a blonde again. I know about a year ago, we had somebody that we had just met come over to our house, and I have a picture of my husband and I, me with my blonde hair, and he's like, "Oh, is that when you were a blonde?" And I said, "Well, that's actually my natural color." And he didn't believe me, and it really made me sad because I'm like, "No, this is not me." Anyway, I would love to share with you about this product. So the way, if you're really interested in what I use, I would love for you to hop over to my Facebook page. It's called TLC for Body, Mind, and Spirit, and I'll put the links on there, and message me. Message me through that Facebook page, and I will get back with you on the products that I use. They're excellent products. I will tell you that the oil company that I use is one of the biggest oil companies, and it's one word, so that kind of gives you an idea of maybe what it is if you're familiar with the oil companies out there. But I really do hope you contact me so I can share with you what I have used that has been successful in the support of the health of my hair. I am very happy with it. And this is the end of my hair story. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And this is the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye.